Over the course of the nearly 25-year time span of the Jurassic Park film series, several fan theories and speculation into unexplained or open-ended parts of the movies have been made by those that love to talk about the franchise. A more recent one that has gotten a lot of attention has to do with the Spinosaurus seen in Jurassic Park 3. This is the only film in which this animal makes an appearance, and while the beast is noted as being quite a ferocious and obviously formidable predator, it's still shown to inexplicably escape death in some rather dire situations. Once our mercenaries land on Site B, gunfire is immediately heard in the jungle along with the carnivore's ominous roar. As audience members, we were just shown that the ammunition used in the Merc's guns were explosive, with a previous scene depicting Cooper destroying an airplane with the rounds. Despite this clear advantage that the man has over the dinosaur, he is mysteriously shown to have been injured by the beast during a battle of some sort and runs out of the foliage, notably missing his gun. It is at this point in the film where Cooper is killed and eaten by the Spinosaurus at the exact same moment that the plane our other protagonists are in collides with the spine of the creature. The animal is certainly shown to be injured, with long red streaks of blood being spread over the windshield of the aircraft, which could only have come from the dinosaur itself, as Cooper's body was presently far away from the vessel and inside of the Spinosaur's mouth. It can actually clearly be seen in the film that blood is torn out of the dinosaur as soon as impact is made with the plane as well. This is ultimately what has led several fans to theorize about the likelihood of this Spino's demise in this particular scene, as most feel that an injury of that magnitude would surely be a fatal blow to such a beast. The main theory being presented here is that the Spinosaurus seen in the rest of the movie is not the same Spinosaurus that we saw kill Cooper, but rather that animal's mate instead. After seeing its mate get brutally killed by Nash, Alan Grant, Billy, and the others in this scene, fans have provided the idea that the entire reason for this dinosaur to stalk and antagonize the group of humans for the remaining duration of the film is due to vengeance being sought for the death of its partner. This would help explain why the Spinosaurus always seems to show up wherever the humans may venture to on Isla Sorna, and would also give us a better understanding of the behavior these creatures may possess. I want to add that it has also been theorized by a few that the Spinosaurus that killed the Tyrannosaur in a different scene in the movie may have actually died immediately after it claimed its victory, as its head is shown to roll back and almost fall after we cut away to the sound of Dr. Grant punching Paul Kirby in the face. Now, back in 2001 when I first saw this movie, I actually thought this was the sound of the Spinosaurus neck snapping once it made a triumphant call over its opponent's body, but it turns out it's just the sound of fist on jaw that I was hearing instead. A lot of speculation has been brought onto the Spinosaurus in Jurassic Park 3 in general because of its seemingly indestructible nature in the film, and while I do believe that these are really good ideas that are fun to discuss with others in the series, I would like to personally note that I do not think that this is what actually happened in the film. I'm still under the impression and understand that the filmmakers intended to have this new dinosaur be the ultimate predator for the third movie, and a quote spoken at the time of its release was that this dinosaur could very well cause an extinction on the island. In actuality, there isn't anything in the film to explicitly state that there is more than one Spinosaurus in the movie, and that's the answer that I think makes the most sense. I know that it may have been shot with explosive rounds, struck by an airplane, and somehow survived the bite and subsequent push to the ground by a 13-foot Tyrannosaurus. Yep, he was that small. But in the context of the film itself, nothing really says that this is the mate of another Spinosaurus that was killed earlier in the movie. Now, that being said, I really do appreciate the dedication and care given to ideas like these, as they really do go into explicit details surrounding this creature, and are always something that piques my interest whenever I come across them. Now, even though there is no say-so that this is factual in the movie thus far, that doesn't mean that it couldn't get retconned into existence later on down the line. As many of you probably know by now, the Spinosaurus is alluded to being an accident left on Sorna by Dr. Henry Wu in the Backdoor Masrani website files, seen in promotion for Jurassic World, being created through a specific means of gene splicing in order to replicate feathers in InGen's dinosaurs. Gene splicing is defined quite literally as being the process by which the DNA of an organism is cut and a gene from perhaps another organism is inserted in its place, which in my mind is a canon answer enough to why the Spinosaurus in Jurassic Park 3 is so incredibly overpowered. But these are all just my personal thoughts on the theory and should be taken as such. I do really like the explanation given here and believe it would really be a great reveal if they ever want to re-explore the events of the 2001 incident. But for now, I still think that only one Spino resides on the island. What are all your opinions on this idea, and do you think it would be fun to see it introduced into the canon of that film? It would certainly explain the dedication that animal had to killing our protagonist and would even flow really well with the idea of mated dinosaurs that was started in the Lost World. Now, I want to thank each and every one of you for taking the time to watch this video, and hope you enjoyed today's content. If you feel like I deserve it, I would appreciate the like, and hope you consider subscribing if you're interested in seeing me again. I'll see you all in the next video, guys, and as always, take it easy.